calls on I usually do these calls on Monday, but I had to switch it over to today. So I'm super excited and grateful, guys. Today we have an incredible topic. Today we're actually going to be going over decision making, right, guys? And this is so important, guys. For the last couple weeks in the Unlearn to Relearn trainings, guys, we've been going over all the things that impact, right, our belief system. Right, guys? So for those of you guys that don't understand why, you're not able to advance and move forward in life, right? Why, you set some goals for yourself and you're not able to attain them, right? Or you make this huge list of things that you're going to get done, right? You make a decision that today is the day. How many of you guys can agree that, sometimes we go through things that, we're like, we finally make a decision to change, right? But then something in our lives happens, right? So a negative thought that we start to think about over and over and over again that leads us to not taking any action towards, right, what we were going to do and what we were going to get done from the beginning. Right? So today I'm going to talk to you guys about decision making because, guys, decision making, guys, and write this down, right? Remember, guys, note takers are not money makers unless you apply the notes, right, that you are being taught. Right, guys, it is a proven fact that you're only going to retain about 5% of the information that I'm going to go over with you today if you guys do not write it down, guys. So make sure you write it, right? And let me be the first to tell you guys, and I'm guilty of this, guys. I'm really guilty of this, guys. How many of you guys, drop a 1 in the chat, guys, if you have been, reading the books, getting on the calls, y'all have notebooks full of valuable notes, and y'all have never opened them, right? Drop a 111 in the chat, guys, if you have ever gone to a class, right, and y'all have taken some massive amounts of notes and you're like, man, these notes are it. These are the ones that are going to take me to 6 figures. These are the ones that are going to take me to 7 figures, right? And then what happens is you never open the notes, right? Or you go back to the notes and you skim through them once. Right. And so what happens, guys, ladies and gentlemen, what happens is that when you are not able to speak the information that you were taught to somebody else, you have truly not learned that information. Right. Guys, like, remember, your brain is like a toolbox. Right. Your brain, guys, is like a toolbox. And instead of using our toolbox to our highest, potential, we are using our toolbox to scroll through Instagram. We're using our toolbox, to, watch the news. We're using our toolbox to listen to the radio and listen to music. And we are downloading information into our mind, right? Because our mind is like a toolbox. Our mind is like a computer. And for years, we have been downloading the wrong information, right? Your success is on the other side of all the information that you have yet to download, right? Garbage. We have been downloading garbage. We have been downloading Bad Bunny. We have been downloading, Rick Ross and Lil Wayne and all these rappers, right? We've been downloading this information so much that we started to begin to speak like them. We're starting to begin to think like them. We're starting to begin, right? And hey, by all means, but obviously, guys, we're not rappers. Obviously, guys, singing ain't for us, right? So we have to decide, right, what is for us. And we have to go find, right, who is doing it the best and start consuming the information of that we desire, right? So, guys, if we want to be the best public speaker, right? If we want to be, a world-renowned, keynote speaker, impacting lives, whatever it is that you want to become, the first things first, guys, is that you need to understand what it is that you desire. Right? You need to really, truly have a clear image of the person that you're trying to become, right? If I were to give you guys, if the universe were to give you guys $1 million right now, right? Where would you live? What car would you drive? Right? What area would you live in? What would you do with that money? Right? Like, what gym would you go to? Right? What what tile would be in your home, right? Guys, you remember, guys, success, guys, is 90 to 99% spiritual, right? 90 to 99% spiritual. So the skill sets, right? And which is why I shifted my trainings from skill sets to belief sets, because I know and I understand that the reason why you guys are not going out there and doing the things that we need to be doing, which is prospecting, presenting, promoting, right? And showing the plan, right? We understand that these steps to build this business are not that difficult, right? We got to talk to people about what it is that we do. And we all understand that what we have in our hands is the best opportunity of a lifetime, right? Drop a 1 in the chat, guys, if you truly believe that what we have in our hands is the best opportunity of a lifetime, right? So if we strongly believe that, why are we not going out there, right? And showing the plan and prospecting till we can't no more, and going to save other people, right? You know, from their shitty ass jobs, right? You know, from working in that shitty ass place, when we know exactly what we have in our hands. And it is because we're so tied to the self-image of what we used to be that we cannot even fathom what our life is going to be like when we do accumulate all the success that this company is going to give us. So first, we have to work on our self-image in order for us to truly make a decision to do what we need to do in order to move forward, right? God is not going to change where you are until he changes who you are. Don't let that go over your head, right? God is not going to change where you are until he changes who you are, right? So we need to really start doing the work that it's going to take in order to get rid of that self-image of the person that is no longer serving us. Right? And what did I tell you guys that creates a new belief system, right? What creates your new belief system? What creates your belief system, right? The information you've been consuming, right? The people you surround yourself with, right? Your life experiences, your environment. How many of you guys have taken initiative and gone and put yourself in that environment that you think you might not be able to afford, like I told you guys to? I know my sister has. I told her that, and she has not stopped going to the car dealership. I'm like, yo, sis, that's it. She took it upon herself to go every single the car dealership. Imagine they even gave her a free car for her to take home. Like, yo, sis, just take this one. So guys, in order to understand what we need, what belief systems are no longer serving us, we need to understand what creates a belief system. So what creates a belief system, guys? Your environment. Guys, you become a product of your environment, right? You become what you consume, right? So if we understand that, you guys need to understand that if you guys do not put yourself in an environment that's not the one that you are currently in, you are never going to grow further than your environment. Which is why I chose to go to the most expensive gym in Miami, having a brand new one downstairs, right? Which is why, I go and I meditate every single day in front of the penthouse of the house that I'm going to live in, so that I can create the image in my mind, because creating the image in my mind or in your mind, when your mind is cluttered with information that is no longer serving you, is difficult. And what happens is that when you guys, some of you guys have probably tried to visualize, some of you guys are probably like, damn V, bro, I tried to do that visualization thing. Damn V, I tried to create the mental image in my mind, but it was overwhelming. It was difficult. Yeah, of course, it was difficult because you can't put your phone down, right? It was difficult because you can't turn the news off or you can't turn the music off, right? It was difficult because you don't choose, right? To write your thoughts down on paper, the ones that no longer serve you, to make room for the ones that you need in order to move forward, right? So you guys need to understand that what's really, really going to help you guys get to the next level is decision making, guys. Decision making is one of the most powerful things that we were blessed with apart from our imagination. Do you guys understand that? That we have the ability of, we have the power of choice, right? You have the choice to get up or stay in bed. You have the choice to get on this call or to not get on this call. You have the choice, right? To do that call, to show the plan, to prospect, to do the things that you need to be doing, but you have that choice, right? Animals don't have that choice. Guys, we have the power of imagination, right? We have the power of imagination. It's one of our higher faculties that allow us to go out there and create the life that we desire. But what the problem is that, guys, we have been programmed, right? For so many years, we've been programmed with news, with music, with all this nonsense. We've been downloading all of this information that has literally been burning our imagination, killing it, deciphering it. Guys, social media, killing your imagination, right? The news, the music, right? Guys, killing your imagination. It is filling up your mind, right? Your higher faculties with garbage. And if you become what you consume, then you need to understand that if you're listening to garbage, you're going to become it. There is no way that you are going to find love listening to Bad Bunny. There's no way that you are going to be able to live a happy and fulfilling life if you're listening to music about drugs, killing, and prostitutes. Do you guys understand that? But some of you guys are still listening to music. Some of you guys are still listening to music, right? Knowing that information is being downloaded in your mind and creating the reality that you're currently living. Because what we're listening to, the words that we are speaking, the words that people are speaking to us, right? Our current environment is creating our reality. So if we don't like the reality that we are currently living, we need to start listening to different music. We need to start listening to different information. Right? And so it starts with first having a clear mental image of the person that you're trying to become, right? So first things first, I want you guys to understand and write this down. The first thing you guys are going to do, right? And I've said this before, but spaced repetition leads to mastery, right? So the first thing you guys are going to do is pick 5 mentors. 5 people, right? 5 people that have, things that you desire as a person, financially, love life, whatever the most important, guys, whatever the most important things in your life are. Mine is my physical body and health, right? My relationship and my love life, right? My financial and my business. So what are some important things to you guys? And go find who is doing it the best. Whose Instagram are you the most on? Whose social media do you look at all day? Right? Whose social media are you scrolling through all day that inspires you, that motivates you? And start getting the traits that they have that you like and writing them down on paper. So when I got into this business, I said, I want to be a speaker just like Matt Rosa, but I want to be soft and humble like Jason Brown. And I want to have a love life like Alex Morton, but I want to have V Nation like David Emonitier. So do you guys understand that I picked what my mentors were, and I picked what I liked best about each of them. And now I can create an image in my mind of the person that I'm trying to become. right? So like I said, pick 5 people. I have their pictures on my walls, guys. I have Matt Rosa, Jason Brown. I even have Bob Proctor on my wall. I'm trying to have my Think and Grow Rich book just to look exactly like Bob Proctor's. Until my Think and Grow Rich book ain't falling apart like Bob Proctor's, I haven't read it enough. And if Bob Proctor is 80 something years old and he's still reading Think and Grow Rich, I'm going to be 80 something years old still reading Think and Grow Rich. Right? So go find but maybe that's not what you guys desire. But you need to understand, guys, if I stopped you on the street today and said, what is something that you strongly desire to become? What is your answer? Do you guys know what your answer is? Can you tell me a clear picture of what your life is going to look like 10 years from now? And it's okay if it's not, if you don't have that picture yet, but you need to start creating it, because if you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. But if you can't create the mental picture in your head, you won't ever have it in the physical. Because remember, 99% of success is spiritual. So if success is 99% spiritual, you guys need to first create that mental image in your mind first. And what's going to facilitate you guys creating that mental image in your mind, right, is going to put yourself in the experiences, right, in the environment of that you're trying to become, right? So you might not have a dream car yet because you haven't gone to the collection down here in Coral Gables. Because when you walk in there, you're going to have a dream car, right? When you walk into the Rolls Royce dealership, a lot of people, they're like, oh, I don't like to fly first class, because they ain't never flying first class. Because the moment you step foot in first class, you ain't never going to want to fly economy again. But it's all about the experience. It's all about feeling. It's all about the feeling. Putting yourself in getting a feeling. That moment when they bring you free champagne in first class and they give you a nice warm blanket and they give you a pillow and that thing reclines back and you're like on a freaking 8-hour flight to Hawaii. Dude, that kind of feeling, right? And then you sit back and on a regular flight all the way back in the back of the plane. Yo, it's a different kind of feeling. All right? It'll make you want to work your ass off so that you never fly economy ever again. Right? But if you don't experience that, you're never going to be able to understand it. You will only grow as to your experiences. But since some of us can't afford first class right now, right? You got to go to the hotels, the fancy hotels like my sister did, and go ask for a glass of water with lemon. Guys, if my mentor making $2 million, right, no income claims, right? If my mentor making $2 million a month said that he went to a hotel and when he was dead broke and sat there and asked for a glass of water with lemon, you best believe that it worked for what he said. It worked when he went to $10,000 a month. He said that it worked when he went to $100,000 a month. He said that it worked when it went to $1 million a month. And he said that it worked now, it's on his way to 20 million a month. So if my mentor making $2 million a month is telling me to go sit in the hotel and order a glass of water with lemon and go sit in the cars and go put myself in the environment, guys, why have you guys yet to do so? Why have you not made the decision to go and start putting yourself in the environment of that you desire, right? One, because you don't know what you desire. And that is why the first thing that I want you guys to do today after you finish this call is write a clear and concise description, right, of the person that you're trying to become. Right? Where do you see yourself living? I've done this once before and I will do it again if I find my agenda. Where's my agenda? Come on, man. Guys, if you guys do not own an agenda, don't expect to be a six-figure earner. Don't expect to be a seven-figure earner. If you cannot fill up an agenda, right, with calls, with plans, do not expect to be a six and seven-figure earner. This is one of the first trainings that David and Monique talks about, right? So guys, super important that you guys have goals, right? But you need to first you need to understand what it is that you desire to become. Because if you don't know what you're trying to become, that is why when I came across Matt, I was like, yo, I love how this guy speaks. I'm going to speak just like him. Right? So my goals, right? The way that I break them down is through my physical body and health, right? My mind and my emotions, right? You guys can write these down so that you guys can go make your own goals, right? Your physical body and health. How are you trying to look? What do you want your body to look like? How do you want to feel, right? How are you going to work on your health and fitness, right? Your mind and your emotions. Do you guys understand how powerful your mind is? Guys, the same power that gave you guys life is the same power that can heal you, right? The same power that gave you guys life is the same power that will heal you. And the thing is that you guys don't even understand that we need to heal from years of consuming garbage. We need to heal from all the childhood traumas. We need to heal from all the heartbreaks. We need to heal from all the people that told us no. We need to heal from all the people that hurt us. Do you guys understand that? Imagine being in a relationship for years and all they did was talk down on you. That requires healing. Your body is so used to being told that you suck and that you are garbage, and now you're trying to become a 6'7" world-renowned speaker. That requires healing. That requires heavy, heavy inner work, heavy, deep inner work. For years, people told me I couldn't do shit. For years, people thought that my dreams were too crazy. For years, they called me crazy. Oh, you're so crazy. You're so this. You're so that. For so many years that I started to believe it. For years, they told me, imagine years of living with the thought that my dad left me. Years of anger, years of sadness, years of pain, of like, how the hell the most important man in my life gonna leave me? If you don't heal from that, your childhood traumas will bleed into your entire life. They will bleed into your future relationships. They will bleed into your business, right? They will bleed into everything. So you need to first understand how to heal yourself in order to make your goals, right? Because you are no longer that old person. That little girl with the trauma or that little boy with the trauma, right? That's no longer you. But now you need to start creating the image and start putting yourself in the environment, right? And start raising your frequency to match that of the person that you desire to become. And I talked about it on the last training, right? I talked about it on the last training that if you want to be an 8-figure earner, you need to first understand how to raise your frequency to match that you desire right now when you're broke, busted, and disgusted, right? So you need to have your physical health and body goals, right? Your mind and emotions, right? Right. I have here like my morning routine, my nighttime routine, breathing exercises. Some of you guys don't even understand the kind of things that go down in your body, right? That your mind controls that you're not even aware of, right? Like the amount of blood that is circulated in your body unconsciously, right? That kind of, amount of blood cells that are, guys, I even have to, what's on my other phone, but I would not, if not, I would read it to you guys, right? But you guys don't even understand, right? That our body is constantly doing things subconsciously that you're not even aware of. And you are consuming so much, like you guys are, your mind can't even create because you become a consumer and not a creator. You guys need to start becoming creators and not consumers, right? Instead of consuming so much information, you need to be creating information. studying, developing yourself, becoming wiser. And you cannot do that, guys. The other day, I was the whole entire day without being on my social media platform. How many days can you go without being on your social media? And even if you are on your social media, are you consuming information or are you creating information? Are you consuming content or are you creating content? Because if you are consuming, you're on the wrong side of success, ladies and gentlemen, right? So you need to have goals for your physical and health. You need to have goals for your mind and for your body, right? You need to have goals for the person that you're trying to be with for the rest of your life. Do you guys understand that people are out there just dating people that they know they won't be with for the rest of their life? Wasting their time and energy. If I know that I don't want to date somebody with kids, why would I go on a date with somebody that has kids? And there's nothing wrong with that. Guys, these are my likes and desires. Your likes and desires can be different, but these are my likes and desires. So if I know, and some people know what they like and what they don't like, you know, and they still go out there and give people chances that have things that they don't like, just wasting their energy, wasting their time. Because what you put your attention on is what you're giving your energy to. And guys, we need our energy to create the life that we desire, not to be going out there and dating people that are wasting our time. Do you guys understand that the energy that you are using, right? And this is something that Think and Grow Rich talks about, guys, sexual transmutation. Do you know how much energy you guys let go of when you guys have sex? That is energy that you could be using to create the reality, the life that you desire. When you guys have sexual intercourse with someone, you are giving that person your energy. And that person is giving you their energy. So be careful who you're having sex with. And not only that, but when you guys have sex, you let go of energy. When you eat foods that are hard to digest, your body, instead of taking that energy to create the life that you desire, is now taking that energy to break down the food that you just consumed. So if you guys had, you know, a burger, or you guys had, you know, some crazy meal, now the energy that you were going to use to go manifest the life that you desire, your body is taking to break down the food that you just consumed. You know, food, digesting food, having sex, these are things that take up a lot of your energy. And we need every ounce of energy to break from the chains of freaking slavery. We need every ounce of energy to break generational curses, ladies and gentlemen, right? So if that person that you're sleeping with is not someone that you see yourself spending the rest of your life with, and you're on a journey to 8 figures, right? Think about it twice, especially if that person is going through something themselves, because that energy that they have, that frequency that they're riding on, is going to be transmitted into you. So if they're on a low frequency and you're trying to hit 8 figures, there's no way that is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Sexual Transmutation, guys, Think and Grow Rich, right? One of the best books in the world, right? So you need to have intimate and relationship goals, but like stick to that. Like, until I don't find this person, I'm not getting married. Like, there's no, like, you know, if I don't find this exact person, guys, I know exactly the person that I want to be with, right? The person I'm going to give kids to, like this person is somewhere out there looking for me, right? In order for me to find this person, I got to become this person. You guys understand that? In order to attract what you want, you need to become it. So if you guys are looking for love, you need to become love, right? If you guys are looking, right, for happiness and gratitude, you need to give happiness and gratitude, right? I have business goals. financial goals, career goals, my all different income streams that I'm going to have. I have the dates of when I'm going to hit every single, milestone in my business, right? But it starts with having a clear image of the person you want to become, right? And then when you make that clear image, right? Now you need to let go of all the things that are absorbing the energy that you need in order to become that person. Are you sleeping like late? Are you going to sleep late? Are you eating bad, right? Are you on Instagram all day consuming content instead of creating content, right? You need, guys, decision making is one of our higher faculties, one of the things that separate us from animals. But what happens is that it's so hard for us to make decisions because our mind is it is overwhelmed with information, right? So I'm going to give you guys some tips on decision making, right? Right. When you make the decision to do something, you need to understand, right? Yes, we need to always, obviously see the good things, right? We always trying to vibrate high and manifest things, right? On a higher level. Like we always want to see the best. But when you're about to make a decision, you need to think of the good things that can happen and you need to think of the bad things that can happen, right? Have you ever guys sent a risky text and you're just like, you're thinking, we only think of all the great things that can happen when we send that risky text. We're like, man, if this person answers this text message, like we're thinking of all the positive things that can happen if this risky text message is answered. But we need to start thinking about all the negative things that is going to happen if that text doesn't get answered, right? When we make a decision, we need to think not only of all the great things that can happen, but all the bad things that can happen, right? And the bad things can be like, oh, how is it going to make you feel? Because remember, guys, your feelings, your emotions is what's creating your reality, right? So you need to think of the good things every single time. And that is why you need to know who are the 5 people that you want to become like. What would they do? I have the pictures of all of my mentors on my window. And every single morning when I open my eyes, there's a big sign that said, what would my mentors do? Right? What would my mentors do? Would they sleep in? Would they not take this call? Right? Would they not show the plan? Would they not go out there and help others? Like, you got to understand who you want to be like. And there may be things that person has that are not all the things that you want to be like, but that's why you need to have a 5 or 6 and pick the best things from those people that you like. And that way, when you go to make your decision, the image of the person that you're trying to be like, you have something to base it off before you become it. Number 1, don't let it overwhelm you. When you guys are trying to make change, you guys are going to get overwhelmed if you try to do a lot of things at once. And that is why, I talk about it all the time. You guys need to pick 1 or 2 things that you guys can change permanently over a long period of time. Can you wake up 30 minutes earlier? 30 minutes earlier and gradually get it to an earlier time. 30 minutes earlier, guys. 10 minutes earlier. Can you open up a book and read 5 pages? If you want to be an 8-figure earner, and we know that 8-figure earners read, can you start by opening up a book and reading 5 pages? Reading 1 page. As long as you're able to do that for 30 days straight in order to make that a habit. Because you have to give yourself time. Right? You have to give yourself time, guys. It is not easy to break generational curses. It is not easy to become an 8-figure earner. It is not even easy to think that we can be 8-figure earners. Guys, wealth entrepreneurship, money, these words were not spoken of in my home. And I'm over here chanting to my mom about how I'm going to retire her. That just the thought of even thinking that I can become an 8-figure earner ain't easy. But you know what what ain't easy? Being broke. You know what ain't easy? Not being able to give my family the life that they desire. You know what is not easy? Like not being able to do what I want, when I want, whenever I want. That is even harder for me. So you guys really need to understand what it is that you want to become, because if you guys are saying that you guys want to make 8 figures, but your actions ain't aligned with that you desire, you're never going to be there. And you're not going to be able to make a drastic shift in frequency unless you start doing the small things, right? Like the small decisions, like waking up 10 minutes earlier, right? Look at how, think about if you guys just woke up 30 minutes earlier and opened up a book for 10 minutes, meditated maybe for 5, right? And wrote your goals down, right? Because a lot of you guys will send risky text messages, but won't write your goals down every single day, knowing that in order to become, like Alex Morton says, you know, an 8-figure earner, we must read, write, and listen every day. Do you guys write? Do you guys write your goals, or do you guys just write text messages? Do you guys write your goals, or do you guys just comment on people's Instagrams? Because I don't know what's more important to you, writing down your goals and affirmations. If they told me if a $2 million earner a month tells you that writing down your goals and writing down, you know, your affirmations, right, works, I don't understand why people are still waking up to check their Instagram and not waking up to a pen and a paper. Right? So don't get overwhelmed and do small things, guys. Baby steps, right? Wake up 30 minutes earlier, read 2 pages. Don't open up your phone until you complete a morning routine, right? Every single time that you go to make a decision, weigh out the pros and the cons. If I make this decision, right? What are the good things that can come out of this, and what are the bad things that can come out of this? If I had not made the decision to get started here today, right, in I Am Mastery Academy, none of y'all will be here. If I had not made, for those people in my organization, if I had not made the conscious decision, if my sister had not made the conscious decision to move to I Am, none of us would be here. If my 18-year-old sister had not made the decision to move to this company, none of us would be here. We're always one decision away from a drastic change in direction in our life. One decision away from a drastic change in direction in our life. But it starts with making the small decisions. It starts with the waking up a little bit earlier, doing the inner work. Your reality, guys, is a clear reflection of what is going down inside of you. Guys, I've never been happier. I've never been more full of love and happiness and just my family's around me. Like my life is just unfolding so beautifully. And that's because I've created the mental image in my mind every single day. And every single day I work really, really hard on solidifying that mental image through auto suggestion, through writing my goals, through meditation. Guys, we meditate down here and we start crying from how happy we are about reaching our goals. I know exactly the faces on my parents, like when I give them the keys to their brand new home. When I know exactly what the home that I'm going to give them is going to look like. I know exactly the cars that I'm going to give them. And they're not even going to like, I know exactly what my dad is going to tell me, you know, how he's going to laugh at us. You know, literally he's going to, you know, be laughing at all the meditations that we did. He's going to be like, ha, ha, ha. Like, I know exactly what it's going to be, what it's going to happen. To the point that when it happens, it's going to seem like it had already happened before. When you go to make a decision, you need to weigh out the pros and the cons. Guys, you need to consider all possibilities, and you need to talk to yourself and be like, bro, should I really do this? Guys, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, should I really do this? Some of us know what we should be doing, and y'all have the audacity to be like, I know that. If you knew better, you would do better. If you know that the food that you're consuming is hurting your body and not allowing you to vibrate high, why are you still consuming it? If you know that the information that you are consuming in the radio is damaging your mind and your brain and is creating your reality, then why are you still listening to it? If you know that you should be writing down your goals every single morning and saying your affirmations and reading your book and doing the meditation and doing the inner work, why have you yet to start? Because you don't know, because you still don't understand, because you still don't truly believe that what I'm telling you is true. And until the moment that it clicks to you, until the moment that you start believing that what I'm telling you is real, then that's when you're going to make the decision to change. Some of you guys have been on this call, but have yet to go put yourself in an environment that isn't the one that you're used to, right? Some of you guys are still on this call and have yet to open up a book, have yet to open up an audio, have yet to, listen to any of the videos and the content that I've dropped in the Unlearn to Relearn chat. But then you want to be successful. Then you want to, all the information that I'm listening to have really drastically changed the direction of my life, and literally, in order for you to become that person that you desire to be, you really need to focus on unlearning to relearning information, right? And last thing, guys, that I want to talk about before I end this call, go and tell people what it is that you desire, right? What are your aspirations in life? What are your goals in life? And go out there and share them with others, right? Others obviously on the same frequency as you. Because guys, when you tell somebody, yo, I'm going to hit this rank by this day. I've told so many people that yeah, even if I don't hit that on that day, I'm running my ass off to that day, right? You got to tell people what it is that you want to become. Speak it out into the universe. Let people know where it is that you're headed, because people like to follow people that are going places, right? So today, guys, I highly encourage you guys, again, to go put yourself in the environment of that you desire. Right? Go walk in that home in an open house that you want to live in. Go drive by the neighborhood of the neighbor. Go drive in the neighborhood of that neighborhood that you want to live in. Go sit in the dealership at the Rolls Royce dealership and see how quickly you're going to have a dream car. Go to that 5-star hotel and ask for a cup of water with lemon. Go ask for a 3-day free trial in a gym you cannot afford. Make the decision that you guys are sick and tired of being sick and tired. Guys, time is ticking. Time waits for no one. Some of you guys are really out here living like you have 2 lives to live. Some of you guys have yet to realize that your why has an expiration on it. And the thing is that some of you guys don't even understand what your why is. My why is about to hit Platinum 600. My why is going chairman this year. She's in this business, and it's my mother. I'm taking my mom chairman. My why is going to be retired. What is your why? What are you doing to make sure your why is taken care of? Because time is ticking, family, and time waits for no one, right? So with that being said, guys, if you guys are not in my Unlearn to Relearn chat, make sure to I'll drop the link or ask me for the link, guys, so that I can go ahead and send that over to you guys. You guys are more than welcome, whether you're in my organization or not. I drop massive amounts of content and value to help you reprogram and unprogram your mind. Guys, things that have helped me on my journey, of developing myself, as a person, as a friend, as a leader, as a sister, as a daughter. Guys, my life has changed drastically in these last couple years, being alone by myself for a very long time. So with that being said, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm grateful for each and every single one of you guys. I'll see you next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, family. Peace out.